I always need something to hold while I film these. I don't know why. I have to snuggle something. Hi guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be my October plan with me. I apologize for how late this is. Thank you for being so patient. I've been really behind on my filming schedule lately. With school and everything going on, it's been a bit of a challenge to keep up with videos, but I think I've finally kind of got everything back on track and I'm really excited for this month. I hope you guys are too. Also, if you hear road noise today, it's because I decided to leave my window open. This like fresh fall air smell is like, I just can't get enough of it. So I sacrificed a little bit of the audio quality today so I could breathe in the scent of fall leaves while I'm filming this to kind of get me into character as we plan out our bullet journals for October. So if you've been keeping up with me at all on Instagram, you would probably know that I've been painting a lot lately, and I've been using mostly watercolors most recently in all of my paintings, and I've been loving it. I go back and forth so much between painting mediums, and right now I'm kind of stuck with watercolors. I'm really happy. There's a lot of different techniques you can do with watercolors. On the left, I'm showing you what wet on dry looks like, and then on the right, I'm showing you what wet on wet looks like, and basically you can see the difference. And when you use the wet on wet technique, that's when you get those really beautiful bursting washes of color that just expand when the paint hits the paper. I don't know if this is necessarily considered pink or red. I suppose it depends on the person. But I thought this color was really beautiful for fall, and I've been working with it a lot lately. I did go ahead and tape off these pages because you know that if you're putting this much paint and water on this thin of paper, it's never going to be good unless you control it somehow, so I used that blue painter's tape to kind of rein it all in here. It's not foolproof. I still did get a little bit of bleeding, but honestly not as bad as I was expecting it to. I also did need to use a hairdryer to dry this page. You can let it air dry, but I was really impatient and I wanted to get this done in under 10 hours, so I decided to hit it with a blow dryer. That got it done in just a couple of minutes, and actually you get some kind of cool paint running effects when you use the blow dryer, so if you like that, you could try that as well. Once that dried, I added a title, and after that I was pretty happy with how this page looked. So I went ahead and moved on to the next spread, which is just going to be a simple weekly spread. I think it's pretty neat that the first of the month actually landed on a Monday this month. That's always kind of nice when you're making weekly spreads. I did have a little bit of that paint bleed through onto my next page. You can see through the seams that binding of the book is actually made of kind of like a thread material, and so it soaked up the red paint and you can see it through the pages, but it doesn't really bother me. I wanted to carry a little bit of that watercolor effect onto this page, so I added a little square that I'm gonna eventually make into a calendar. Again, I had a little bit of bleeding happen with this paint when I pulled off the tapes, so what I actually did was I went back in once it was dry. I used a wet brush with clean water and I went in and re-wet the places that I didn't want the paint to sit. And you can actually work with the paint and kind of pull it up off of the pages after it's dried. It doesn't remove it entirely, but then you can almost get it completely removed. In the middle there, I added some obligatory fall leaf doodles, and then we moved on to our third and unfortunately final spread. This is something a little bit different than anything I've ever done. Instead of doing kind of the typical monthly tracker style stuff that most bullet journalists do, I wanted to try something a little bit different. On the bottom, I have sort of a monthly review section where I left places to reflect on the month, and then on the top, I left a place to reflect on where you are currently. So before the month starts, I just wrote a short paragraph about how I'm feeling, a little bit on the goals that I'm working towards this month. I guess the idea that I had was that it's kind of a snapshot for how I'm feeling right now, and then at the end of the month, I'm gonna go back in and kind of reflect on what I learned. So it's more of like a cross-sectional look at how you're feeling rather than a tracker that shows the change over time. And those are all of the pages that I made for this month. I know this was a really short video, but I was actually planning on making it a bit longer, but what I realized is I'm actually coming really close to finishing this journal. I only have a few pages left, and I've actually used this journal for a lot of different things, for swatches and page tests and stuff like that. So I actually didn't really realize that I was but a few pages away from finishing this Leuchtturm. So I am going to be probably having to transition to a new journal next time I film. Thank you guys as always for all of your support, for watching these videos, for being subscribed to this channel. I appreciate it so much. I hope you are having a wonderful week, and I will see you again very soon in another video. Bye!